3, 3, 2, 1. Hello! Welcome to the SubPar Podcast.
Yes, sir.
We just came up with that name
like
2 seconds ago. So
yeah,
I'm Mason, and
I'm Nevaeh.
yeah, our ages are 18.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we're both 18.
youngins.
Yeah.
And college major. What's yours, Nevaeh?
I'm a pre-nursing student. I'm getting my associates in science.
She could save your life.
If I wanted to.
I don't trust her.
Yeah.
I am an illustration major, though that may
Same.
change. We don't go to the same college, by the way.
Yeah, I wish. But we don't.
We're high school friends. I was
Yeah.
gonna say sweethearts, but that doesn't make any sense.
No.
Friend hearts.
Yes, we met in high school. I think our
Freshman year,
but we never really started talking until like junior year.
Yeah, junior year.
So.
We have notes. We're new at this.
Yeah. Okay, what we're drinking. We're
So-
drinking water bottles from my garage. I already drank all mine beforehand.
I still have basically a full water bottle left. We're going to be doing a thing at the beginning of every podcast, trying to try new drinks that we've never had before. So today was just fucking... Oh, sorry, I don't know if we're allowed to swear.
I
but
guess.
purified water.
Yeah, we've never had purified water before.
That's not true. We're starting at the base level of drinks, and we'll just work our way up.
Yeah, subpar.
SubPar drinks, or yeah, sounds about right. The name of our podcast is very telling about what you should expect.
Yeah, you can tell we're not amazing at this, but...
So to kick in to the first topic that we're going to be doing will be sort of recent events. What's going down in life?
Yeah, 2020 has clearly been a fucking terrible
Nightmare.
year. Nightmare with racism, fires, corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bad year.
Bad year.
But we wanted to say that we are that Black lives do matter. We're just
Fuck
gonna state that right
yeah.
now. And if you don't agree, you can easily just
Click off.
Yeah,
we don't want you here.
Yep. Well, I mean, lately the riots and
they're not riots, Nevaeh. They're protests.
Not riots,
Excuse me.
Yes, my bad. They've been not as bad as they did in June. Obviously, I'm for the protests and all that good stuff, but we're kind of in Chicagoland, so they were crazy where we live.
Well, I live in the actual like Chicago, like in the middle. I'm in the South Loop.
Yes, sir.
So, but the experiences haven't been, too bad for us because we're privileged. But anyway.
Anyways, yeah, that's one of the things that's been going on in 2020. Another I'd say is online learning.
Oh, that's a trip.
Yeah, it kind of started. We're both college freshmen, university freshmen, whatever, and we started online learning in March.
Yeah, March
of this year.
So that was the end of high school,
right?
And we didn't get to graduate, which is kind of the worst thing that has come out. Well, just for me personally,
right?
Of Corona.
Yeah.
And the deaths, of course. That's very insensitive.
Obviously,
Oh, you didn't get to graduate.
Yeah, but it's honestly been, for college, obviously, it's been all online and really interesting, confusing. Like, I remember the very first day of my first class, it didn't even start. My professor was like, you need to join the class. You can join up to 5 minutes beforehand. And I joined 5 minutes beforehand. And he said you have to have your mic and your camera turned off. So I made sure to do that. But there was this one girl, and she sounded very, I don't want to say this wrong, but like very urban and like had like a slang to her. Like she sounded very Chicagoan, and she was just yelling on the phone. And she had her camera on, and she was like kind of snapping her fingers and doing the little like
Gestures.
hand gestures. And she was like, man, I'm so motherfucking stressed. I'm gonna kill myself, and I fucking hate this bullshit. What the fuck? And I put this on my life. My jaw was dropped. I was like, girl, classes didn't even start yet. What the fuck? And the professor was so awkward, and like he was just kind of like, please mute your mics. And she just kind of like paused and muted herself. She didn't turn off her camera, but it was very interesting. College didn't even start at that point. But yeah, that was my psychology class. And my psychology professor, I'm concerned for him. I think he is like really depressed or something. He shows up to class, and obviously he has his camera turned on so he can do his job. And his hair is always so messy. He like first I don't know, he's just so unorganized and quiet, and he never actually teaches. He talks about just random things going on in his life and just kind of like oversharing. I'm not one to hate on him. He's probably going through a hard time right now. But I feel like he just needs some coffee and a hug. Like he's just so, you can tell he's just so depressed and monotoned. I feel really bad. But that's how my college experience is going. Not terrible.
Well, mine was not nearly as eventful. I mean, I'd never used Zoom before college because in high school, my classes, none of them required Zoom. We never did any Zoom lessons. And so then when college hit, I was like, oh shit, I don't know how to use this at all. Um, well, I figured it out, but my teachers have all been very dull, I guess, boring. Um, the only exception being my illustration teacher. He seems really cool, but the whole year, or at least the whole semester, feels just like a waste of time and money.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, because it's like art school, like, you go to art school because you're most likely already an artist. I mean, you get into the arts at least in high school. For me, it was seventh grade to start taking it seriously. But then, you go. I was expecting to be like, it would be challenging right away. But I go to my drawing one class, not go through Zoom, and it's this like old lady. And she is like, the first lesson is, here is what a line is. And we're learning about the definition of what a line is in drawing in college. And it's just, what? And then they're all sketchbook classes. So all we have to do is draw a sketchbook page, submit it, and that's it. It just feels like a waste of time. So.
Drawing one?
Drawing one, yeah.
Oh.
And I took AP. Well, we both took AP art in high school.
Yeah.
And I had sent my scores to my college, and they did nothing about it. So I'm probably not even supposed to be in drawing one, but probably supposed to be in drawing two, where we learn about what a circle is.
Yeah, talking about the origins of a line kind of sounds super, I don't know, pretentious, and like, the teacher, I feel like she's kind of reading too much into it.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was like, just like in your geometry class, this is what a line is.
Yawn.
I know. I was drawing the whole time like an actual like drawing instead of paying attention.
I don't blame you at all. I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That sounds really ridiculous. Yeah. College. So much fun.
So I think we should kickstart into our favorite Nevaeh is a big movie person,
Yes,
and I'm a big
indeed.
book nerd. So we thought we should share each week for each podcast our favorite of, each. So your favorite movie recently, Nevaeh, your
Yes.
a recent
Hmm.
watch, a watch that you just like really have always loved, anything.
Okay, well, hmm. Recently, because obviously of quarantine, I feel like everyone's been binging movies and TV shows. But I found out about, actually on TikTok, about this website. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. It's called Soap Today. No, you told
I
me
told
about
you
it.
about that
Mason told me about it. Never mind.
because
My
I
bad.
saw it on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, he told me about it, and there's every like show, all genres of anything that you can watch on there. And I binge watched Twilight, all Studio Ghibli movies. I still need to watch Ponyo. Is that what it's called?
Ponyo, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Ponyo.
I've not seen Ponyo either.
Yeah, I need to watch that. What's the other ones? Euphoria. I watched it for the third time, and they're actually making season 2, and I'm so excited about that. Um, I watched the first Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Um, Trying to think of more. A lot of A24 movies like The Lighthouse, Hereditary, Midsummer, and more. I can't remember. But recently, I've really liked the Studio Ghibli movies. I feel like I've really freaking missed out. My favorite probably has to be Howl's Moving Castle.
Ooh,
Oh my
oh, that's my
gosh.
childhood right
I
there.
yeah, I'm not sticking to one movie, but My Neighbor Totoro was just so sad and no one talks about it.
I've not seen that one. I
It's
have a Totoro plushie, but I'm a fake fan because I haven't seen it yet. I just really like the
yeah,
design.
I had a Totoro wallet before I even seen it. I think it's just such like a universal sign. I don't know, like it's just
It's cute
iconic.
design.
Yeah, yes, it's just iconic to see
Yeah.
Totoro everywhere.
Spirited Away.
Oh
I
my
watched that all the
gosh.
time as a kid. That's the little
Wow.
soot balls, with the
Yeah.
sprinkles. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I love them.
I feel like I had a cultural reset watching those. But I don't know. I don't want to spoil My Neighbor Totoro for you if you're gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. Don't
Okay.
spoil.
Yeah, I won't. But it's such like a cute movie, but I thought there's gonna be more to it when I watched it. I was like, that's it? Obviously, like, I complain that's bad, but it's just sad, and I've heard no one talk about how sad it is. Um, I don't know. I think there's a deeper meaning. I'm not gonna go too into it, but like with what the kids are doing, I definitely feel like there's something like it could be deeper looked into. And I was also reading a theory that all Spirited Away movies are in the same
Or
universe.
Studio Ghibli, you
Or
mean?
studio. What did I
You
say?
said Spirited Away movies.
No! My bad. My bad. Studio Ghibli movies are in the same universe. I 100% believe that. But yeah, Howl's Moving Castle, so good. All the
Did you know it was
cinematography
a
is
book
amazing. It
first?
was?
Yeah. I've not read it,
Oh.
but I saw like I watched like, fucking booktubers because I'm a dork. And one girl was like talking about how it was like a book and then like the
What?
movie. So
I need to read that. No
I've heard the book is
way.
also really good.
Okay, I'm 1000% reading that. I don't know, because I'm watching it and it's so not. It's insane. Like I'm like, what the hell are these producers doing in the studio? Are they fucking like doing a line of crack? I'm like, okay, so this guy he's a bird, right? And he goes flying and shit. And then there's a castle, but it's like a bunch of houses combined on legs. Like just I don't
Well,
know.
if it makes you feel more sane, at least that one's based on a book.
That's true.
I think Spirited Away, I don't know if it's based on a book or anything. I don't think it is. And that's what scares me more. That one's trippy as hell.
With them turning into pigs. I don't know if it was like I don't know, like maybe some Asian folklore or something like that, cuz that would make sense, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been watched a lot of them, and honestly, the only one I thought was really kind of not appropriate for at least the targeted age was Princess Mononoke. I don't want
I've
to
heard of
butcher
that
it.
one, yeah.
And it's kind of violent. I was surprised. I don't know. Maybe it's for like young adults, I guess, obviously, but cuz it's Disney. So I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. I'll probably talk more about Twilight in the next episode because woo, Oh boy, that's interesting.
No, oh yeah.
Okay, but yeah, what's your favorite book
So,
as of late?
well, Nevaeh already knows this. I I'm reading like a couple books at the moment, but the one that I've been really focusing on is Les Mis by Victor Hugo. And we've decided that once a week, because we're both lonely,
Yeah.
that we're going to be doing like a Discord Netflix party, like watch a movie together at least once a week. Nevaeh's
Yes, sir.
turn is to pick the movie for this week.
So
So
excited.
please don't make me watch Twilight
I'm
again.
on.
um, well, so we watched Les Mis last week, and Nevaeh is, I will always praise her because she's the best person to watch movies with. If you ever befriend her, watch a movie with her because her reactions are amazing.
I just get so invested. Like I just thought, how have I never seen the movie before? It came out in like 2012?
12,
12?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like I feel like I was missing out. It's not I'm not a huge musical person, but I don't know, Mason, you pick out some really cool movies to watch.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we just have like a very similar
That's
taste in
true.
that aspect. Nevaeh and I watched Lord of the Rings together in high
Oh,
school.
beautiful.
We Nevaeh, we'd only as kids, our parents would watch it. Like, okay, that sounds like we're siblings. No, like
No.
our each parents
Yeah.
would watch it, and we would like come in and like see, oh, if Smeagol on the screen or something. So like, but we never watched through it all the way. And then I
Yeah.
watched it with my mom like this summer before senior year, and then I was like, Nevaeh would love this. And so then we met after school at the library, like
Mhm.
for multiple days, and it was really hard because our schedules are so like compacted at the
Yeah.
time. Um, but we made it work somehow, and we ended up watching all of them
Yeah.
before even winter, before winter
Mhm.
break. Um, and yeah, so Nevaeh, there was one time when she came over to my house, and this is my favorite, and she didn't know. Okay, spoilers, sorry, but Gandalf had died in the first movie. Died in the first
Yeah.
movie, and then we were watching the second one, and the movie tries to trick you into thinking that it's Saruman, like in the woods, but
Yes.
it's Gandalf, and like coming back as Gandalf the White, and Nevaeh. When she sees Gandalf, she stands up like and starts pacing around with like happiness because Nevaeh loves Gandalf.
Yes, he's my boy. I thought they actually killed him and I was sad.
Oh.
I don't know, he's just so I want to give that actor a hug. I feel like he's a very cool, nice person. The day, God forbid,
Ian
but the
McKellen.
day, yes, the day that he passes away is the day that I will pass away. Because oh my gosh, just all the actors are so amazing and just their own little characters. I love
Hmm.
watching that series. It's really good series.
Yeah, but like Nevaeh's facial expressions and everything is the best. It's the best.
Appreciate it. Yes, I'm excited for the TV show.
Oh yeah.
On who was producing it? HBO,
It's gonna be on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, right?
So
Okay.
it's I mean, the actors have gotten confirmed. I mean, there are a couple of them who have been in stuff that I just personally haven't seen, but none of them are really that famous. I was kind of disappointed because Will Powder. I feel like if you saw Will Powder's face, you'd probably recognize him. I don't know if you recognize the name.
I can just look him up.
Yeah, he's in a ton of stuff. He was like a kid actor too. Famous for playing like a bunch of like twats. He was in uh recently, as he's like older now, um in what's it called, that the sci-fi show on Netflix, the one everyone loves, Blank Mirror. What is it? Black Mirror. What
I think Black Mirror.
Black Mirror?
That's
The
on
the
Netflix.
yeah
Right?
yeah the like Bandersnatch. He was
Yes.
in that one. He played so not the main guy, but like the one, you know how the main guy is
The
like,
one
I
that
want to
looks
work
like
with the video game developer, the kid
uh
developer, whatever. He's young
he's
and he's shaved head,
oh,
glasses.
the guy who looks like Sid from Toy Story.
Yes, that's
Yes,
Will
I know.
Powder. That's
Oh
Will
my gosh,
Powder.
I low-key have a crush on him. He's very
Yeah,
attractive.
he was going to play young Elrond. I
What?
know.
Are
And then there
you?
was
Oh,
conflicts with his schedule, and I was so disappointed. He
no.
was also in like the third Narnia movie.
What? I didn't know
So,
any of that.
yeah, I really like
I've
him.
only seen him on
Um,
Netflix. Like originals, because I know that they kind of reuse the actors in different shows.
mhm.
So, huh? He's very attractive. That would have been freaking
I know,
awesome.
right? They have resumed filming, which is great
Good.
news because, New Zealand is coronavirus free, and from what I've heard, so is South Korea, I think. I could be wrong, but
I know that I was gonna go. I got tickets pre-quarantine to see this artist Bia Badoobie. Very weird name, but it got canceled. But she kind of continued touring in, I think, England. So I think they're good because you can't have
oh,
concerts with
I
Corona.
don't think they're good. I
Really?
Yeah, I have a friend there, and she no, they're like doing like online stuff. And also Boris Johnson is not much better than Donald Trump, so
Oh.
I know that they're handling it pretty badly. I know that a lot of the like well, like what we would associate with like third world countries, I guess, like
Mhm.
or smaller countries or something, whatever. I don't know, but they're a lot better off than we are right now.
Okay.
Like I think Brazil, I could be wrong, but I think Brazil's doing really well. I don't know. I could be confusing things, but
Hmm.
yeah. Um, anyway, Lim is fucking amazing, and
And he's reading the book. What
yeah,
kind of maniac? I'm sorry. And he read all Lord of the. Oh, you did read all the Lord of
yep,
the Rings.
Lord of the
All Lord
Rings.
of the Rings books. What? I've never met someone who powers through more books in my life. Well, not like powers through them, but like
I'm slow
just reads
reader.
them.
Nevea flatters me. I'm very slow. I just read like multiple books at once. So it looks like I'm uh better than I am, I guess. Actually, you commented because at the time I wasn't reading more than one book. I was just reading one book at the same time, and it was The Lord of the Rings, and they had the
The same
same
cover.
cover.
Yeah.
And I
I
was
remember you
like,
were so scared
everyone's
about
gonna
that.
think I'm so dumb because it looks like I'm reading one book for so long.
I doubt anyone paid
No,
attention.
I know. And then when we were talking about it a couple months ago, you were like, you were the one to point it out when you told me not to worry, which is hilarious.
My bad. I was the only one who was so scared and telling me, and I was the one who called him out. But yeah, you're insane.
Yeah, 600 pages in, Les Mis. I'm not giving up yet.
Oh
Listen to the
my
audiobook
god.
too. Um,
And they also
so
left out a lot of details in the book, you were saying.
yes,
Oh my
uh,
gosh.
Grand Terre, and okay, I'm ass at French, so don't yell at me if I don't know how to pronounce Grand Terre and oh my God, Enjolras,
And I don't know.
and Enjolras, dude, I have no idea. Um, are they're a couple, so I don't give a fuck what you say. If you read the book, you know. I
They
think
are
Victor
dating.
Hugo meant to do that on purpose. I'm 99% sure.
And you said that the actor for
Grand Terre,
Grand Terre,
he
yeah.
kind of just like said, "Oh yeah, 100%." So
Yeah, and he made a YouTube video like
I love
making
that
a love
video.
song about them as a couple,
Yeah,
I think.
the
And then in
actor.
the book they also died holding hands.
Exactly.
So, come on.
See,
Very gay.
watch it on Netflix, like the movie, but then also read into like the context online if you don't want to read the whole last book. That's my advice.
Yeah. TikTok, I
All the
noticed that they also bring up like
Les
the
Mis
theories.
TikTok is amazing.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love TikTok. If that actually gets removed, I'm going to be sad because that's where I
Yeah.
spend a lot of my time.
I got my mom and aunt on TikTok. So
Aw,
we
just
send
before it
each
gets
other.
taken down. I heard that what was it? I know that it's gonna come off of the App Store. So if you already have it, then you're good. But then I heard also like November 14th or something, it's just gonna be gone completely. But then I was on TikTok today before this, and I got like a little alert from like the actual TikTok page, and it said that they're partnering with other companies or something like that to keep it up. It's
Mm.
very confusing right now, so but I hope it stays up because that is I'm sure a lot of other Gen Zers outlet.
Zoomers is
Yeah,
that's their better name, I think. I
Zoomers.
identify as a Zoomer,
Yeah,
not as
sorry.
a Gen Zer. No
No,
thanks.
no thanks. Nope. No sir.
But yeah. So let's hope TikTok doesn't get taken down.
I hope.
I don't think it will. And even if the threat is like, if it's in November, like, hopefully Trump will not get reelected. So hopefully it
Vote.
won't.
Go vote.
Yeah,
Register to
go
vote.
vote. Um, so I think that's enough of my ramblings. Also listen to the Les Mis soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Okay.
Slaps.
So we have our own sort of like segments, I guess, on this. I don't know if we should do those now. Um, is there any stories that you would like to share, Nevaeh, about life, or a funny story you remember from childhood, or just like anything? Maybe preferably something you haven't shared with me.
Yeah, I don't really know. I feel like I've told Mason a lot of my funny stories.
Have you ever broken anything?
I definitely have, but I just don't remember because my memory is terrible.
Oh yeah, memory of a fish.
Yes, yes. I don't know why. I just have terrible freaking memory. Um, no, I don't think so.
I have one. I don't
Oh,
think I've told
please
you.
share. Please share.
So, think of one that perhaps will spark your memory.
Oh, I have a story, but you can
Oh,
share yours
okay,
first.
okay. So, uh, when I was in second grade, I broke my left wrist. Uh, from I mean, we were playing tag. It was me, my neighbor Tyler, Tyler's brother Kyle, um, the kid down from the street, Nathan, and Nathan's brother Ian, and we were all playing tag. And Ian was rollerblading while like I was playing tag. Ian was kind of just like going up and down the street, and they were running at me. I don't know. It was a really weird game of tag. They were all running at me, and I was running away. Um, and when they're gaining on me, so I like turned my head around to like look back, and um, as Ian was coming down, as I was looking back, so I wasn't looking at Ian coming straight at me, and I trip over his rollerblade and onto the street, and it just broke.
Oh.
Yeah, and my once like Tyler's mom um brought me back up to like my house, and
Was it just
I was
like
crying.
numb? Was it just like
Well,
dangling?
I don't actually remember.
Okay.
I don't know if my brain blocked that out or if I just wasn't looking at it.
Right.
But I eventually got back up to my house. My mom was freaking out because obviously none of us, me or my siblings, had ever broken anything up to that point. So she called 911, and
Oh, really?
cops, firemen, and
What?
ambulance all came.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
It was funny because like the fire ambulance people or whatever, the firemen, I mean, were like smiling because obviously this was not so, like it's like lol, we got called to a child who broke
Right.
an arm, but so they were like smiling as I was like crying, which like actually kind of helped because it's like, oh, the adults are smiling, hope
Right.
everything should be okay. And like I got in the ambulance, Probably charged my mom like $1,000 for that, but that's fine.
Yeah, like a 10-minute ride in the wee woo bus is like $10,000. Like if you ever find me seizing on the floor, order me an Uber. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Whoever's the Uber driver can get you there faster,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Give him 5 stars for his trouble.
Yeah, so then I went to the hospital and I got put down.
You're talking about yourself like you're a dog, and they just like they just put me down.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting that at all. What?
I wasn't expecting it till I said it. And like a week later, Ian's mother made me brownies,
Aw.
and Tyler and Kyle got me a stuffed koala bear, which I still have. And Tyler used to bully me in middle school after that. So
screw you, Tyler.
yeah, screw you, Tyler. Yeah, I still have your koala bear. I'll rip its head off. Just kidding. I kind of like it too much. It's in my garage actually. But
Aw. Well, that's nice of them. Ian's mom has always been very nice.
Mhm.
So, yeah, the interesting story. Did you get like a cast or?
Oh, I got a cast.
Okay.
And then it's really weird how attention works because I had no friends in elementary school except like 2, 3 maybe. And then once I got a cast, like kids that I've never talked to before were like, "Can I send your cast?"
Oh,
And
yeah.
and like it's like I was just kind of like chilling on the bench and people were coming up to me and I was like, "I don't have a marker." And they're like, "It's okay, I do." And so it was people passing around the markers and
Yeah.
and then they saw my cast and then they never talked to me again.
Yeah, I feel like having a cast, I remember wanting one because I feel like it made you super popular. You know what I mean? Kids,
Yeah,
like, especially
weird.
at that age, they always like to hype up things like that. Or having glasses or just those stupid little things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
the glasses one.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
I
someone
wanted
told me that
glasses.
they tried to, like, damage their eyesight just to get
I've
glasses.
done that. I've done that.
Really?
Yeah, and
Well,
little
Mason
did
has
I
glasses
know,
now.
little did I know that I used to stare into the sun.
What?
Like, let me have glasses. And then like I actually do think that I ended up damaging them a little bit.
What?
Because then I got glasses in 3rd grade actually. And then my mom let me pick out these hideous ones. They were horrible. I looked like a grandma. And they were terrible.
It was
and
from like the cheapest glasses section. Like I remember having no money when I was little or no insurance, and then we'd go to like the glasses section and be like, "Whoa, those ones are cool." And Mom's like, "No, we gotta go over here." And it's like the broke glasses section. It's like the ones with wires and shit. They're so ugly.
Yeah, the ones that I picked were too small for my face. So
Aw.
it was like the what are they called? The line, like where they connect to your ears.
The arms.
Yeah, the arms, the arms of the glasses. They were like bent to around like my head because like they couldn't fit.
Right.
And I never like when you get glasses and you put them on for the first time, even if you get like a new prescription like tweaked a little, and it looks like you're looking through a glass of water.
Yes.
And it takes like a couple days to adjust. In 3rd grade, I didn't know. No one explained that to me. So I just thought my glasses were broken. So then I just stopped using them. And then junior year, I realized, you know what? Like, I'm fucking sick of having shitty vision. I'ma just like ask to get glasses. So then we did. And that's why I have my glasses. So that's my glasses and broken arm story.
Yeah, and staring to the sun story.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So, Nevaeh, you said you would like to share a story with the class.
Yeah, yes. Oh my god, wow, I'm sweating. Okay. Well, it's not funny. But it's interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, so at my old house, I kind of shared. I used to live with it was like me, my twin brother, my mom, my stepdad, and we lived with this other man. The landlord was really weird. I don't know. It was a sketchy neighborhood. It was definitely safe, but there were some weird ass things that went around. It kind of reminds me of like those TV shows like where it's like perfect suburban neighborhood, but then like weird shit goes down.
Mm.
Obviously, it was a luxurious neighborhood. I lived in a terrible house, but oh god. So I remember I was at my friend's house swimming one day, and we come to drive home. We turn on our street, and there are helicopters in the sky and cars
Oh.
all the way up and down the street. And there's police tape guarding us from going to our house. And I was how old was I? I don't remember when this happened. I think I was like between the ages of like 9 and 12 probably. And we asked the policeman like what was going on. Can we like why can't we go to our house? And he didn't tell us why. And I don't know why cuz my mom was an adult and I obviously couldn't comprehend what was going on. I feel like if he told me straight then and there I wouldn't have understood. But we couldn't go to our house, so he just told us to wait in the car for a little bit until eventually we got escorted to our house. And I remember police going to the door and questioning my mom, and there were still helicopters over the house for like the rest of the day. And so many people were there. Like, why? But basically what happened was it's like my house and then it's just across the street. Like you look out the window and the house is right there. And there's no other houses. Like there's like probably a couple yards in between each house, unless it's like across the street. And this house is across the street. It would be like a 30-second walk to their house. But basically, the guy, there's a family that lived there, and the husband murdered his children and his wife. I'm pretty sure, I don't want to give too many details because I don't want people to find out where I used to live and things like that, because out of respect for the people who were murdered. But yeah, they were like murdered with a knife, I think, and even the dog.
Oh my fucking
yeah,
god.
I don't remember if it was the dad or if it was the dad's brother. I remember like some distant family member being involved in the story, but yeah, yeah.
I think you kind of told that story like in art or something like last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
You never told me about the dog though. That pisses me even
Yeah,
more off.
I know. I don't know what was going on. Like, I remember not turning on the news. My mom was watching the news to see when it was on. And there it was, the helicopter view of the house, and then you could barely see our house in frame. Not a good rep. But yeah, I lived across from a murderer for basically like over half of my life. And yeah, the house, everyone moved out, and it was not rented. It was painted a new color, and they got rid of the fence. And it looks very cute now, but people moved in, I want to say like half a year before we moved out of that house, and I'm pretty sure they have no clue of what happened in that house.
Well, I feel like if they'd have to disclose that for legal reasons.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I was like, no human would want to move into a house where children were murdered.
I don't know, because you can get like crazy discount, and it all depends on
That's true.
their living situation beforehand. So
Yeah,
if you're
that's true.
desperate enough, you would do it.
Yeah, no judgment to the people who moved in. I'm not one to judge people's lifestyles, but I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because it did happen. So, yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of theories that went around that like the crosses in the house, because at night, you know, when people's lights are on, you can see near their house.
Yeah.
People like the kids in my neighborhood would see like crosses on the walls, and there were a lot of crosses, and they would be like flipped upside down. People would say that shit. And that like every year during Halloween used to be busted in that neighborhood. Let me tell you. Anyways, no, you know, they'd like dare people to go get candy from the house, stupid stuff like that. It's like, let them rest, you know. I feel kind of bad telling that story, but it was really interesting. I always forget that I used to live across the street from a murderer.
I mean, you never know. That's really
right. It was a completely normal neighborhood. I rarely saw that family, and like I feel like I don't want to assume, but I feel like they were just like a perfectly picture perfect family, but then behind the scenes it was like that guy just, I don't know.
I mean, very suburban, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Very suburban. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's the story.
Yeah, that is one amazing story. Clearly, this podcast is not for children.
It's not. We
Not
should
for
have said that.
children.
Yeah, we should have said that in the beginning. Our bad.
Yeah. So, if we upload this to YouTube, Kappa, please don't take us down. This is not for kids.
Yeah, ACAB.
Murder across the street. Yep. So, I think it's about time for us to do our fun little segments.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
I believe mine is first.
If you would like to go first.
I would, Nevaeh. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
So the way that this works is that I am going to describe the plot of a like a movie show or book.
This sounds so much fun.
To Nevaeh, and Nevaeh has to guess what it is. And I'm not gonna give away like names or anything, and I'm gonna be as broad as possible.
Oh yes.
So,
I'm ready.
Can't let you see.
I'm not looking.
Okay, so I have it's sort of like in a bullet point list, sort of. So there's a friend group in Oklahoma, and they are at odds with another group. The two weakest links of that group, which I'm going to call A and B, are attacked by the rival group, and B murders one of them.
Is it TV shows and movies, or just TV shows?
I'm going to be as broad as possible because I feel like this one is actually pretty obvious.
What?
So I'm not even going to disclose what it is. But you know it. I know you do for a fact. When I'm going to say the name, you're going to be like, oh shit.
Okay.
A and B run away and live in an abandoned building. A and B meet up with their friend C, and upon returning to their makeshift home, the abandoned building, a fire starts. Nevaeh looks very confused.
Yeah.
A and B run in to help. B gets fatally hurt in the process. A and B return to their real home, and B remains in the hospital while the friend groups fight. The rival friend groups just, brawl, I guess the word would be. B dies in the hospital.
What? What kind of show?
In anger at B's death, C pulls out a gun in front of a cop and gets shot dead. Yeah, C gets killed.
Children? These are kids.
These are teenagers.
Oh, okay.
A writes about everything that happens, and it ends. Clearly, since you don't really have an idea, this is a movie. Not even a recent one. I believe it's from like the 80s, but you know it.
Two rival friend groups.
Two rival friend groups.
Oh wow.
Well, groups. I suppose they're not.
Oh, Outsiders.
Yes, the Outsiders.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
Yeah.
I had no idea. Okay, I thought of like rivalry, and I was like gangs. Wow, that was fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna do something sort of like that every week, where it's just a little.
That was a smart idea. Wow. Okay, so was that the question then for your segment?
Well, that was it. That was my thing.
Okay.
So now it's your turn. Feel free to explain your segment.
Okay, so my segment, clearly, I'm defeated. I'm clearly not as interesting as Mason's. That was fun and engaging.
Aww.
And I feel like people listening could have engaged in that as well. Okay, mine is just bad reviews. I think these are mainly, movies. I try to look up funny, bad product reviews, but they just weren't funny. I don't know. I guess they could be funny to certain people, but it was really dry humor. Okay, so I only have like 9 of them.
And you want to do like all types of reviews too, right? Like movies.
These are
these are
like
just Yelp
movies.
reviews.
Yeah, I can only find movies. The other
Yeah.
ones were just really weird and like Facebook humor. It wasn't funny.
Ah, okay.
So this is on Amazon, um, by Anonymous.
But what's the movie?
Okay. Okay, it's for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Oh God.
And it's really short, and they gave it 1 star. And the title is, I'm mad at my boyfriend for making me watch this. I might leave him. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Okay, that wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. But then this one, I feel like you should guess the movie for this one. It's kind of obvious.
Okay.
It's a 1 star. It was by Mike Watson in 2004 on Amazon. And it said, the title is This Could Never Happen. And the review is, oh yeah, a boat this big could really sink.
Is it the Titanic?
Yeah, it's
Oh my God. But it really happened, though.
Yeah, right. It's a true story. I'm hoping that it was a joke, because what kind of... I feel like
Oh, there are tons of stupid people.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it was real.
Yeah, this could never happen. Oh yeah, above this big.
Oh,
really
it's not
sink.
believable at all.
What? Okay. This one's about Harry Potter.
Which one?
It doesn't even say.
Ah, motherfucker.
I know, I wish. Harry Potter is terrible in this movie, and it's 1 star by J. Evans. Harry Potter in this is terrible in this movie. He doesn't do no magic, and they don't even mention if his son will go to Hogwarts. Did they even watch the movie?
It was probably the last one.
Oh, probably.
In the epilogue, when his like kids or whatever. Or wait, say that review again.
It says Harry Potter is terrible in this movie. He doesn't do no magic, and they don't even mention if his son will go to Hogwarts. I feel like this is the last one.
Yeah, but they literally do go to Hogwarts.
Yeah,
They're at the fucking train station for them to go to Hogwarts.
And they do no magic. It doesn't do no magic.
That's fair, because he doesn't really do magic in the last 2 movies himself.
Yeah, I feel like kind of a cool, like, passing time segment. Not passing time segment, but, like, a funny, like, cute character additive that they put in the beginning movies was going to classes and just doing spells. But I feel like towards the end of
it got too serious.
Right, yeah. And they
First off, Voldemort is not threatening. He's not threatening.
Yeah.
He's just this goofy little snake man.
He's ugly.
And he's stupid as fuck.
Haha, got your nose.
I mean, I could go on hours and hours about how stupid
and as you
Voldemort
can guess,
is,
Mason clearly has read all the books.
I have yet to read the last one, though.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one I haven't read yet.
And isn't there a new one that came out a couple years ago?
The Cursed Child is not.
Yeah.
It's a play.
And we don't stand J.K. Rowling.
No, J.K. Rowling. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, screw her. She's weird. I think there's something going on.
Have you heard about her recent book?
A recent one? You mean the...
Like, it's a recent book. She hasn't released it yet, but, like, stuff has come out about it. It's not Harry Potter or anything. It's a mystery novel or something. It's like following a detective or something. And you want to know what it's about?
What?
It's about a cis man who dresses up as a woman to lure and kill women victims, cis women. Yeah. And there have been some paragraphs released, and, like, the reviewers... are obviously, like, kind of disgusted by it.
What?
Yeah, so she's gone full turf.
She is insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Didn't she also say that, like, some of the characters are, like, black or gay?
She used to be really woke, and then she just flipped completely over. I don't know what happened.
Got to her head.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I can even respect about her in, like, a little bit is, like, the fact that she isn't, like... I don't know, I think it's like isn't a billionaire or a millionaire, I don't know, because she gives so much money to charity. And that's the only thing that I can even, like, respect about her.
Yeah.
And I like Harry Potter a lot, but not the, like, there's some elements of it, like, the goblin bankers who are, like, it's, like, so, like, representative. It's like she tried to, like, I don't know. It makes it sound like Jewish people. It's just really not good.
I mean, I feel like in order to be at the point that she is at now, she had to have some weird undertones back then.
Probably when she was growing up. I wouldn't be surprised. She's English. I mean, no offense to English people, but
racism is kind of more common.
Yeah, well, and the education system is like like there's bullying, really bad bullying in English schools still, and all that kind of stuff. So, um, but anyway,
Oh yeah,
continue on with
my
your
bad.
reviews.
I was
Sorry,
interested.
tangent.
Okay. Have you seen the movie Parasite?
No, I haven't. I want
Oh,
to.
it's so
Oh,
good.
I know. I mean, it won the what would it, the Oscar,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
Oscar, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good. But the whole movie was what was it, in subtitles? Obviously I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind, but there's so many 1-star reviews on Amazon just because it doesn't have a dub. It's all
Dubs
been
are
said.
shit.
I know, they're
Dubs are
terrible.
always shit.
And it says these all have mistypes. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1-star ones that say did and ought watch. 1 star. We did not watch this movie because as it was all in subtitles and not in English. I'd like my money back. I turned it off after 1 minute.
What?
And give me my money back. It's not in English. I want a refund. I dislike that it's in Chinese. Can I get my money back and all subtitled? I would like my account credited because the entire movie was subtitled and I did not watch it.
Entitled.
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
Chinese? Isn't it Korean?
I
Or
thought
no?
I thought it was in Korean, but I honestly don't remember when I watched it what language it was in. That's my bad, but I don't know. I thought it was in Korean.
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is.
Here, I'll look it up. But I really liked it. There's an anime called Parasite, and I thought it was based off of that at first, calling me uncultured. But I actually did watch Parasite on soap today. I clearly have an addiction. What was that? Parasite language. Let's see. Korean. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in Korean. Okay, well, someone said Chinese.
Yeah.
What? That's so sad. It's a really good movie. I heard the meanings about it. I kind of forgot because I watched it a hot minute ago. But once you watch it, it's a cool movie. Really graphic, but it's a cool movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Shining. Jack is rude. The dude is just rude throughout the whole movie. He's a murderer.
1 star for that? Oh my god.
How do you go?
Well, obviously, there's an appeal to following bad characters. Like, that's a thing.
Oh my god. No,
How
not
are you
even...
that dense?
Hold on. I just... How do you have the idea? He's a murderer. The movie is good, but that's like calling, like, I don't know, like what horror movie?
Like the ghost thing lady from The Conjuring. She was mean.
Calling her rude. That is so
1 star. Ghost lady was mean. She screamed on top of the wardrobe.
I hope it's like
0 out of 10.
I hope it's a joke. I'm hoping this is a joke. This dude is just rude throughout the whole movie. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, whatever. I think that movie's amazing. I think this is no, it's not the last one. Okay. This is on Cats.
Oh
but the review has no relating to what it is, and it's on Amazon Prime. And you don't go to the movies to watch the movie on Amazon Prime. You watch it by yourself on your phone or your TV, right? And the title is "No Peanut M&Ms in the Cinema." There were no peanut M&Ms available in the cinema.
Oh my god!
1 star. Another anonymous review, but it was under Cats. Like, okay, that's your problem. What? It's not even in the theater. Oh my god. I don't know.
Oh my god. That's
Oh,
amazing.
and I found a Wikipedia list. Wikipedia, I think, is somewhat credible.
More credible than school gives it credit for.
Right, yeah. And there was a list, and it was saying, I think the top 100, like, 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And Pinocchio.
Wait, like the Disney one?
Yeah, was on there.
Oh.
Like, what?
I like that movie.
How? That is nowhere near a 0 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
like Flubber should be down there.
Yeah.
Like
but there's a lot of movies that I've never even heard of on there.
Can I see?
Well, I took like a picture of just a really bad one. But
yeah,
I've never really seen any of them.
I haven't seen a lot of those either.
Yeah, Killing Me. I think I've heard of Killing Me Softly, but I don't know. Okay. Two more. I think this one's on 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my god.
1 star. This one's probably not as funny, but it's just says not long at all for this movie to get very, very stupid. So it's by JB. In 2016. So about 2 minutes in, and the female lead goes to interview the male lead at this office building, a 40-story steel and glass edifice called the Gray House in downtown Seattle. Not only does she not have to search for a parking spot, she immediately pulls into an open spot, actually one of the several open spots, immediately next to the front door. I don't know how that has any relevance at all to the movie.
Well, like, I mean, I feel like at least that's a deserved review because I know that the movie and the books like are shit or whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't
super abusive.
I think it was supposed to be a Robert Pattinson fanfic. I heard.
Was it? I don't. I think you might be right.
Yeah, or like based off of the character that he plays, Edward in Twilight series.
I mean, some of the worst stuff comes out like is fan fiction first. Just because fan fiction is like, I don't knock fan fiction. In fact, like, I've read my fair share. We both have read our fair share of fan fiction.
Yeah.
It's that guilty pleasure, you know. I mean, who cares really? But you notice certain. It's just because it's usually authors who are like learning. You know, they want to be writers, so it's like their way of practicing.
And there's some solid writers out there. They just don't have the right resources.
Yeah, and like the ones that struggle are usually struggling with things like grammar or like show and don't tell, because they always tell you how exactly this and that instead of like showing it like how books work. But yeah, like I mean, like After that was a fan
Harry
fiction.
Styles.
Yeah, and then it became a book.
I actually read that whole book.
Really?
It's huge. I read it on Wattpad in 7th grade. I read the whole thing, and then for one of my birthdays, I got the physical hard copy, and I was shocked because it is huge. Like the actual book. I have it upstairs. No, actually, no, I donated it. Thank the Lord. It's like, I want to say it's like this thick. And
for anyone,
they can't show.
Yeah, for anyone like wondering, probably like, do you think that, how could we compare it to? Like 2 phones, maybe?
I'd say like
four phones? Four phones
stacked on top of each other. Yes, very accurate for the people watching. And I was very surprised, but yes, Harry Styles fan fiction, very lewd. I watched the movie just out of curiosity because I love Harry Styles, but there's in the book, I'm sure she was like like a minor. No hate on the writer, she's a very good writer, but it gives like very vivid details,
like kind of creepy.
Yeah, very vivid details on how to give like a blowjob, like very detailed. And I don't know, like I remember in middle school, my friends were like, "Oh my god, they tell you how to give a blowjob," and I was kind of like reading. I was like, "Yo, what?" Like, I don't know. Why? How is it allowed? And then it got published and made to a movie, and there's like 4 books.
I think that's crazy. Like, I mean, obviously, like successful, like for the author, especially if she's not doing any harm to anyone. But I mean, it's kind of weird, for people who is not the target audience. I mean, I don't really read romance. I don't know about you, Nevaeh, because clearly you read the entirety of After, but I think, like, don't want to shame for, like, people who like erotic, like, romance. Nothing against it, but if she was, like, a minor at the time, I
honestly don't know. I shouldn't be saying that, but I feel like she was really young when she wrote it.
Okay, well, let's hope for our sake that that's not true, and if so, let's move on.
yeah let's just move on. But luckily they let out a lot of the details in the book to the movie. That's good. Anyways, last one is another short Twilight one. It just is another 1 star by Sim1398 in 2016. 100% predictable, so obvious that the ship would sink.
Wait, what for Twilight did you say?
No.
You said bad. Twilight.
My bad. Titanic. Yes,
So
thank you,
obvious it
Mason.
would it would. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like, uh,
it's a true
Well, I don't
story.
even know when I learned that like that Titanic happened. I don't. I feel like
1912, I think.
no, like when you're
Oh,
kids or whatever. I've never
oh,
ever seen the movie, but somehow like
me
I
either.
already I always knew. Obviously, it was a real event. I don't know when I found that out though. Like there are certain things that I just feel like I
Um,
always knew the Titanic
right.
was like a thing.
For some reason, I remember learning about it in like elementary school. Like I feel like it's one of those lessons that they hyper focus on to teach you when you're really young. Kind of
That's
weird.
kind of fucked up then.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember like getting packets about it in like Comic Sans and reading about the Titanic. I mean, I don't know,
And then
like
you learn about Ted Bundy, the unit
yeah,
after.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, but
Kindergartners be busy.
yeah, I know. Like, I don't know, but in actuality, the Titanic was very sad. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a story about a girl who was working. I don't know what like the job name of what she did was, but she worked on three ships, um, and she all three of them had sunk, and one of them was the Titanic, and she lived on all three.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't I saw that on like YouTube, and it was
Oh my gosh.
really cool.
Well, I mean, not as cool, but I remember there's like this 3D computer simulation of the Titanic sinking in real time, and I watched the whole thing. Like in real time, the Titanic was sinking.
Was it like 15 minutes long?
No, it was like a couple hours long
Oh, huh.
of it just sinking. The sinking process was very slow, but it was actually kind of cool because like they had like fake people running along the docks and like jumping off. Not cool, but like it was interesting how they
Interesting.
added that. And then you can hear like faint like music playing, and I remember they did have people playing music as
Mm.
the boat sunk, and the lights were flickering, and like you can hear the boat creaking. I don't know. That I watched the whole thing. I obviously had it on as background music. I kind of forgot about it, but it was really interesting.
Yeah, well, we talked a lot about the Titanic
I know.
today, and Twilight was brought up a couple times on our
Yeah.
first podcast
I
too.
know.
Yeah, so gotta add all those things that we've I don't know how you feel about Twilight. I don't like it. And
Um.
that's not just me being
Hmm.
like stereotypical or whatever.
Mhm.
My sister made me watch them so I could make her watch Lord of the Rings with me. And I no thanks. The only good
Hmm.
thing was the baseball scene in the first movie.
Yo,
I liked that.
freaking. Oh, what's her
Hop on
name?
my back, spider monkey.
Alice. Her signature move when she kicks her. Oh, I can't talk. Kicks up her leg when before she like swings it. Wow, I think that like really lit my attraction towards women because I don't know. Very, very nice. I honestly don't despise it. I like the aesthetic of the movie, like
Mm.
fog and like trees and things like that. And it really made me want a red truck when I was little, and I still want a red truck.
I vibe with like that truck feel too.
Yes. I mean, honestly, I'm okay, guys. I'm not going cap.
Sweet home
I
Alabama.
I really liked the series. Maybe not the last movie. I think that shit was kind of weird, but
What? I actually did like the last
the
movie.
last one?
Like, yeah, the very last one where like all of them get their like heads ripped off.
That's
And then
true.
it's
That was kind of
fake.
cool.
Where it
Wait,
was like it was fake the whole
yeah,
time.
wait,
Like
that
I'm gonna
part
be
made my
honest.
jaw drop.
Yeah, I remember watching like coming in as a kid and watching like my aunt and my sister
Yeah.
and they were watching like that movie and seeing like all the people's heads get ripped off. I was like 10. I was like, ew. And then that's what I remembered. I was like, oh, that happens in the last movie. They all
Yeah.
die. And then when I was rewatching it with Lily, that's my sister by the way, and then it happened and then it was fake the whole time. Like
Yeah, that made my
I was
jaw
like,
drop.
that is the least like, and it like the plot twist actually kind of makes sense because she sees like visions and stuff.
Right.
So I was genuinely, I always see the twist coming in freaking everything, and I hate it. And so that moment, I was like, actually, so surprised. So,
Wait,
hats off to you, Twilight. You did two things right
that's true. Well,
for in my book.
actually, now that you brought that up, I kind of like the last movie. But the only part I didn't like was the second to last movie where Jake. Spoilers, by the way. The movie's been out for like 12 years, so I think we're good. But he Jacob does the imprinting thing
Oh, that's
on
creepy as fuck.
Rosalie,
Yeah,
and
not a
I
fan.
can. There's some for some fucking reason. There was like some sort of furry sexual tension with him and the baby.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it at all, and I've seen jokes like on TikTok, obviously, and like social media saying about how like he just has a romantic attraction towards Rosalie. You can say that there's like a motherly.
Well, it's straight up grooming, I think, because it's
Yeah.
basically like, oh, don't worry, like I'm not gonna date your daughter, Bella, but then it's like I'll just like like be support when she's growing up. I'll be
Right.
like her friend and I'll be nice to her, and then when she's old enough, we'll date. Like that's literally grooming.
Yes. Yes. I
And it's
hated
the
it.
what isn't Jacob and like his family like the only people of color in that whole, so like the
That's true. No.
implications, and they're Native American.
No.
It's a real tribe too. It's fucked.
There's one black man. I forgot his name, but I
Oh,
think
and
he
like
gets
isn't
killed.
there like there's like two Asian people in the
Yeah.
friend group, in
Yeah.
her friend group. Yeah,
Yeah. I
true.
know. I think the black man gets killed though. I'm not sure.
I
He's
wouldn't
one
be
of the like
surprised.
evil
It's
vampires.
Twilight.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like I don't know
We could
that
do it better.
we could do it with the green screen and just shitty
Yeah.
editing. Oh my god.
We'll do that for like all the movies then.
Yes,
Do our
sir.
Les Mis one that we were talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, for Twilight though, the acting in the first one was very weird. But as a whole, like if you talk about it or read it in the book, it's not that bad. But
Mm.
when it's like visual and Bella's like scoffing and she's like blinking like 80 million times, she looks like she has to poop the whole movie. It's really weird. But I don't
Well,
know.
do you know the part where she's like, you nicknamed my child after the
The
Loch Ness Monster? The funniest
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah. Oh my god, her voice just gets so deep
Yeah,
and
and
nasally.
guttural. Like,
Yeah. And it's like at one point I think also in the second to last movie they're just running back and forth and it feels like a mess. They're like, Jacob, Edward, oh my god, Jacob, Edward, don't bite me, don't kill me.
what's it called? The actor Michael Sheen, who's like the bad guy, the Volturi, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Main guy. I
Yes.
love him. First
Yeah,
off,
he's kinda hot.
yeah, Good Omens. He was in Good Omens, and that's what like
Oh,
made me
okay.
like him. And I love the author who wrote the original book too, Neil Gaiman. 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
But like Michael Sheen is really great. And then when we were watching Twilight, I was like, Michael Sheen. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I continued watching those movies with my sister. And also so I can make her watch Lord of the Rings, which we never finished, but you know.
Oh yeah. Well, yep.
Wow. We've really been going for an hour. I was expecting
Yeah.
for us to stop at like 45 minutes.
Same, but we talked up and talked
Yeah.
and talked.
I mean, I'm pretty quiet. Nevaeh knows this in
Yeah.
life.
But
Nev-
Mason really carried this podcast.
Hell
especially in the
yeah. I'm
beginning.
surprised, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's probably because it's not a camera or
That's
like
true.
in a real person interaction. I mean, introvert here. I don't know. You're like in the middle. Are you right? An
Yeah.
ambivert, is that?
Yeah, I like going to parties, but I also like my alone time.
Mm-hmm.
I like talking and meeting new people, but if I do that for like a week straight and I don't get alone time, then I go insane.
Oh, so do you get energy from talking with people, or do you get energy from being alone?
Both.
Both. So
Definitely
then you
both.
definitely are an ambivert then.
I don't know where I stand because there's some days where I love talking to people and there's other days where I'm like, no. But
I'm always like,
yeah.
no. So, well, I don't know. I think that just about, I mean, to be honest, I could carry on talking for like another 3 hours. This was actually much more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
So,
yeah.
once a week, this should be fun.
Mhm.
We're like the quality, there might be a dip where I'm trying to figure out how my mic works. So, right now we're together, but usually we won't be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Do you want to... I don't know how to end it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we don't really have this figured out as much as we'd like to with the quality, like Mason said, and schedules, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
There's definitely going to be a point where we have to record at a distance.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll figure it out.
You might expect other content from us as well. Possibly, we could do, like, stupid sketches, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That sounds like so much fun.
I feel like we'd both get a little too into it.
Yeah.
Could use your projector for backgrounds.
Yes.
I didn't even think about
on
that.
Our face.
Yes.
But yeah, if anyone stumbles upon this and listens, then please leave recommendations of like what movies to watch or
books
stuff
to read
talk
for
about.
me.
Yes. Maybe,
segments.
Yeah, segments.
Drinks.
Answer
drinks,
people's questions. I kind of want to open like a box for people to insert stuff that we can bring up, but we'll figure that out in another time.
Yeah, so I don't know where we're uploading this first. We're probably going to upload this on YouTube. Regardless. So your comments, likes, really anything is severely appreciated.
Helpful.
Oh, our social media. It'll be linked in whatever description. Yeah. But I'm Mason with 2 N's .jpg on Instagram for like art, and Nevea, do you want to plug your?
I'm good. I don't want people to find me anywhere.
All right.
Maybe
well,
in the future.
Nev
Doots. Yeah, wait, is that what it's called?
I forget. You've had like 2 art accounts.
Yeah. Let me find it real quick. It is Doodle Nevea.
Doodle Nevea. Yeah.
It used to be Nev Doots. It's Doodle and then NEVAEH on Instagram. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. So on 1, 2, 3, we'll say goodbye.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. 3.